Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I find myself in Brazilian Amazon, and at the moment I'm standing right next to the highway 319. And roughly 640 kilometers further, there is Manaus, giant city, right in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Now this road has very particular reputation. One Brazilian friend who is traveling around with a motorbike crossed this road roughly 1 month ago, and he wrote me this message. Dude, I don't want to be negative, but I don't think it's such a good idea passing through the 319 right now. It's hundreds of kilometers without anything but jungle. And mud is on another level. Also, there are reports of people getting killed by jaguars. Yeah, but why am I sending you this? I believe I will encourage you even more. And you're exactly right, my friend. I'm about to cycle the shit out of this highway. I'm about to explore wildlife, I'm about to meet some local people, I'm about to catch some snakes and wrestle some jaguars. So follow my ride, because this will be real exciting. Do you see that further ahead? Rain is coming. Now this must be probably the best way to start this ride. I haven't even finished my introduction and it's raining already. And you know, rainy season is here, so this is my new everyday reality. And I have no idea how many times I will get stuck in the mud on this journey, but it's part of adventure. Well, I've seen a lot of rain and a lot of rainstorms on this trip so far, but for the first time it really caught me completely off guard. I mean, I was just trying to make some decent introduction for this video, and out of a sudden sky got dark, and then just a couple of raindrops, and then it's just pouring. Just in 15 minutes. Oh me, oh my. Chove, chuva, chove sem parar. Chove, chuva, chove sem parar. So every once in a while I try to act like a civilized human being, and today I was just cycling and sun was slowly going down, and I saw this beautiful spot for camping right next to this flooded igarapé down there. So I just came to this place, I knocked on the door and I spoke with the owner, and he not just allowed me to stay in this property, he actually offered me a place to stay under this roof, which is really cool. And these people, they're having some kind of a Sunday family reunion, which in the best Brazilian tradition means playing football. And let me introduce you to my new hammock. It was roughly 5 times cheaper than the one I had before, and perhaps that's why it took me like 5 times longer to hang this thing, but perhaps I just need to get used to it. Anyway, it looks pretty decent, but tonight I'm testing this thing and we will see what I will say tomorrow in the morning. And this is my new bicycle rack. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's far from perfect, but that's the best I managed to get. You see, I'm suspicious about this thing because it contains very many tiny parts that could break easily. But I think we will see this in the future. I think it's nowhere as good as the one that I used to have, but when you need to choose between something that once was good but now is broken, and something that is of suspicious quality but not broken, I much rather choose the thing that is not broken, okay? You know, just a few days ago I realized that I managed to cycle more than 1,500 kilometers down the dirty jungle roads with bicycle that was half broken. And throughout this ride, every single bump on the road meant that I may break my back again. And I went to different welders 4 times. So when eventually I went to that bicycle store in Humaita, and we actually placed this new rack on my bike, well, I don't want to say I got too emotional, because deep down in my bones, I guess I'm still Lithuanian hillbilly. And back in good old Northeastern Europe, men don't get too emotional, you know. We don't talk about our feelings. In fact, sometimes we don't talk that much at all. We just remain silent, we get depressed, and then we drown ourselves in alcohol. But now, without any irony, I mean, I really hope that this rack will hold up at least a little bit. I mean, this was really exhausting. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful morning in Brazilian Amazon. And I guess I slept all right. Just animals were making a lot of noise in the beginning. You know, dogs barking and so on. And the new hammock, well, it's okay. I think it's a little bit smaller than the one I had before. And zipper is a bit of a suspect. It might give me some issues in the future, but other than that, it was okay. You know, I felt as if I was switching from this business class to the economy class, but I'm on the same flight nonetheless. Although I don't understand what I'm talking about, since I never took a flight in business class. But anyway, I think you get my idea. So it is raining again. I can't go anywhere, but life is not too bad, because just a minute ago 2 ladies showed up and they brought me some coffee. So it's not too bad. It's not that bad at all. Então, como se chama você?
Maria.
Maria?
Raimundo, aqui é do
E você?
Marciane.
Marciane. Marciane, ok. E vocês moram aqui, não?
Uhum. Eu moro aqui desde que a gente nasceu.
Ok.
Na verdade, meu pai, minha avó, a gente mora aqui desde quando a gente nasceu. A gente nunca mudou daqui também. Cresceu, tive meus filhos, então a nossa vida é aqui.
Onde viu muita gente aqui jogando futebol? Essa foi a família ou a comunidade? Como?
Não, isso daí são os vizinhos de lá da outra comunidade. Então, quando é no sábado, no domingo, eles aparecem, entendeu? Aí a gente brinca aqui, se diverte. Aí depois eles vão embora, cada um pra sua casa. Todos os amazonenses eu acho que gostam de bola, né? É difícil ter uma comunidade assim que não tem um campo. É a diversão que tem, né? É a única coisa que tem pra gente se divertir, então é assim.
Eu acho que melhor futebol que é beber ou coisas assim, não?
Também, né?
Sim.
Verdade. Eu tenho meus filhos adolescentes, elas assim, eu não penso em mudar daqui pra levar meus filhos pra morar em cidade grande, não.
E quantos filhos tinha você?
Eu tenho 5.
E você sabe jogar futebol também?
Ah, eu sei, né? Tipo, a gente... Eu jogo porque, tipo, eu gosto muito, entendeu? Tipo, a gente joga campeonato. Eu tenho um time, né, que eu jogo no campeonato na cidade.
Você ainda mora com seus pais, não? Quantos anos tinha você como?
Eu tenho 21.
21? Oh, eu pensei que você tem como 15.
Eu tenho 2 filhos.
Você tem 2 filhos?
Então, o pai deles estão passando as férias pra lá.
Ok.
Então, em Apuí, eles moram lá.
Onde? No Apuí? Apuí? Oh, você para Apuí?
Foi?
Sim.
Meus filhos estão lá com o pai dele. 6 e 4 anos. A minha filha tem 4 e meu filho tem 6.
Well, I'm not gonna scream or shout. I'm already past that. I'm past cursing and all that. I'm in this, peaceful acceptance of things the way they are sometimes. But it turns out that this new bicycle rack that I got for myself is a piece of shit. So as I was cycling today, I noticed that these legs are slowly sinking in. So I thought it's not screwed well enough, so I adjusted it again. But then I noticed that these little legs, they're slowly bending inside. Which means this thing can't hold shit. I mean, instruction says that this holds up 50 kilos. My bags don't weigh any more than 30 or 35. And it's already bending inside, so just a question of time when this will break. So I'm not gonna lie, this is one seriously frustrating situation. I almost feel as if I was sucker punched or something. But yeah, I just need to accept this brutal reality the way it is. And those who are watching my channel for a while now and following my adventures, you all know that I had this ongoing bicycle rack drama for several months now. And once I managed to reach Humanita, this bigger town, I really did everything that is in my power to get a new one. I was contacting all bicycle stores of the area, I was writing to people, and yeah, buying one online was my last resort. And this is what happened. I mean, back in Europe, this would be a very silly problem, because buying a decent bicycle rack is not that difficult, but to find one in Brazil and Amazon that could fit my bike is really hard. And it wasn't me who placed this thing on my bike, it was one guy back in the bicycle store, and I'm pretty sure he did his job well. Yeah, it's just this rack is just crappy. It really can't hold shit. So yeah, I think the only option I got now is just to cycle back to Humaita and put my old rack back on my bike. I left it in the hotel, just in case. So I cycled 80 kilometers back to the last town, which was the town of Humaita, and I had my new rack removed. And then I went straight to the local welder, very likely the only welder in town who knows how to work with aluminium, and I told him about my problem. And he did everything that was in his power to make my old rack as durable as it is possible. And then I did few of my own adjustments and I placed my rack back on my bike. And then I got myself a new pair of white socks and cycled back to the same place where I stopped the last time. I won't give up that easily, So I managed to reach this tiny town called Realidade, and this is the last town, in fact last bigger human settlement, because further from here all the way down to Manaus there won't be nothing but just jungle and just occasional tiny communities scattered all along the road. And much to your surprise, and much to my surprise as well, tonight I'm sleeping in a hotel. You see, originally I was thinking just to pass this town and cycle into the night and look for snakes and other wildlife. But, boa noite. But, you see, circumstances. First of all, I'm really tired, like ridiculously tired, I don't know why. Now the second thing is that I have some slight pain in my right knee. I don't know what exactly happened, but I think I should really take some good rest and then make some conclusions in the morning. Good morning. So I slept like a dead man, and it seems like my leg is alright. And now I'm heading from supermarkets. I bought some snacks. I wanted to approach this last opportunity to do some shopping, because further from here there won't be any towns no more, all the way down to Manaus. So I want to get myself ready. So I just found this young anaconda that got hit by a car, and it's a bit of a depressive sight, I ain't gonna lie. Not just because I'm a snake lover, but also this snake probably got run over this morning, because body's still moving a little bit, it's still twitching its tail. So had I showed up here 1, 2 or 3 hours earlier, perhaps I could have saved it or catch it. And anaconda is one of those creatures that I'm constantly aiming throughout this journey. I'm really checking all kinds of wetlands from time to time, but I'm really failing to find one. And the only ones I found so far were all crushed on the road. So there's another one. So I was told that once I will pass the town of Realidade, road will get significantly worse. And it is significantly worse. So much so that sometimes I'm just too scared to cycle, so I'm just pushing my bicycle. You know, my bicycle is barely holding up, so... Shit, it's raining again. So it was raining for about 3 hours straight, and every time when it stops raining it gets so blissfully peaceful and nice, you know. But road got rough. I mean, I'm not complaining, I still can move, sort of. I'm not stuck in the mud, but it's rough, to say the least. I was cycling through the night, the usual, expecting to see some wildlife, but it was a little bit underwhelming. I haven't seen that much, you know, a little bit. Armadillo crossing the road, some nocturnal birds, some frogs. I've also seen some snakes, every single one of them crushed on the road, just like that young anaconda I saw last morning. Anyway, so then I managed to reach this really nice river. And I was really tired, it was way past midnight, and I was just looking for some place where to hang my hammock, you know, to make a little camp for myself. And when I showed up in this place in the middle of the night, I was seriously considering to set up my camp in here, in between these two trees. It's a perfect distance to hang my hammock, I thought. I just need to clear out these bushes at the bottom. But it was raining all night. And now all this section of the forest is flooded. So this might have been a critical mistake. And I was really tired, and I was really lazy. And you know, it's human nature to look for the easiest option. And this seemed to be like the easiest option because, It takes very little effort. You don't need to work much with the machete and so on. And I'm very happy I was bright enough to set up my camp in some higher place. So if you, my friends, one day will end up camping in the Amazon rainforest, in the rainy season, always look for the high ground, because water level might rise in a matter of hours. And I haven't noticed anything, you know, I haven't even noticed it was raining. I was sleeping like a dead man in my hammock, I was really tired. Just in the morning I woke up and I noticed, shit, it's flooding around. So yet one more time, I found myself in some road restaurant in the middle of nowhere, and it is dark already. And I'm editing this content for all of you, my friends. And there are some noises from the jungle, and there's also the smooth sound of electricity generator in the background. And to be frank with you, I couldn't imagine more romantic setting. And so far I was cycling through this stretch of the road which was somewhat relatively civilized. You see, there were some people living around, there were some cattle farms. But according to my map, from this point further on is just rainforest. Because from now on I will start cycling my way through some giant protected areas, some national parks. So I guess soon things will get pretty wild. But for tonight, I really hope that you enjoyed this little video of mine. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Good night.